Kristina's Cache, a memoir of adventure and survival in Alaska, was published in English in 1998. I was born in Finland but spent most of my life in Alaska, and the book deals 30 years of select experiences of my life in Alaska. I worked for University of Alaska for 30 years until I retired, and because of thanks to difficult funding, I ended up doing interesting projects in many different fields, although they were all tied to, or most of them were tied to, remote sensing that I got involved in when an environmental satellite was launched, and I was part of a team to figure out what to do with the pictures that were taken of Alaska. And that was a most interesting project. So the book called Kristina's Cache, because a cache is a place in Alaska where you keep your food so the wild animals don't get to it, and it's normally high up. So I had a 16-foot ladder so the wild animals would not get to me. But I also want to think that a cache is a storage. So this is a storage of my experiences, my stories, and things happen to me. And people used to say that, why don't you write a book? So okay, I wrote a book, and here it is. And I hope this book will give you an opportunity to think about your life, how you can dream and do what you want to do. So prayer was a big part of my life because I needed not just protection, I needed guidance also, and I needed helpers once the pipeline construction started and there was no place where to live. So I bought a tent and started to build my practice house, the cache, and helpers did come because my practice house, the cache, was just supposed to be a way to learn how to build and do my mistake in a small scale. Well, I had actually taken a class in log cabins construction before I started. I never intended to actually build a cabin, but living in Alaska, I felt that was part of my Alaskan education. So the book deals with 30 years of select experiences, and many deal with building my cache and my cabin. But the book also deals job experiences, being out on oceanographic cruises where things don't work so well. So on one of the cruises that I was sent on just to supervise the experienced technicians, well, they were not so experienced. I needed to teach them a lot of things. And then we were in the Bering Sea, we were inside the ice edge, and the ship broke down, and we had to drive to the edge before the Coast Guard could pick us up. People of importance were removed by helicopter, but the rest of us, we were just staying on board, and until we eventually came back to Kodiak. Well, Fairbanks is a place where things do happen, and where opportunities do exist. It's a place people want to come to. So even the president and the Pope came to visit Fairbanks. So you can meet a lot of intriguing people there. And the Pope and the President Reagan's meeting, that was the meeting, and all the roads surrounding the airport were closed off. So people were brought in by bus, but I just stayed with some people I knew, so I was inside the area and did actually see the Pope land his airplane, and the President Reagan was there to greet him. So I hope you will enjoy my book and enjoy the stories of native culture and various places of Alaska. I went to, starting out with the Juneau ice field, which was just a way to spend a vacation without using any money, because the boss told me to do it, and there was a chance that there would be no job when I return. So enjoy my book, and I hope it will bring you pleasure and excitement. Thank you.